Yo, this is surreal, y'all. But God know what he doing. Like 8 years ago, I used to sit in this parking lot, 7 weeks out. I used to get here 3 o'clock, go do fast cardio, eat, come out here, sit and talk to God, get ready to go in and do my workout, plus another hour of cardio by myself. I needed a moment of solitude with everything that was going on, and I needed to be focused because I was determined to finish what I started. And it's crazy to come to this place again and remember the moments and just be excited about this journey. It's game time again. And I kept just hearing, you did it before, you can do it again. And it's crazy because God reminds you, it reminds me of who he is. And when he does that also, he reminds me of who I am. So it's going down, y'all. It's game time. I did it before. I sure enough can do it again. What's going on, world? This your girl Kiwi. Y'all know what we do, how we do it, and what day we do it on. This is Transparent Tuesdays. If you did it before, you could do it again. Y'all, what y'all just seen is just a clip from something I didn't get it, but God God know what he doing. All right. So let me explain what you guys have just seen. Again, I mentioned it 8 years ago. You know, I stepped on the stage for the national stage for the first time. I did amazing, y'all. But it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Not only was it just hard to be a bodybuilder, to make the sacrifices and do the work and all of that, but for the first time it was so many things that I didn't know what to expect. And then of course you got life. At that point in my life, you know, I had just went through a breakup, and it was right before 7 weeks out, where it was like, okay, you know, the emotional part of it, you know, people who know, I mean, I'm in a calorie deficit. I'm training 4 hours a day. It was just a lot of things going on, and I had to make a decision. I remember, you know, just really like praying to God, like, God, what am I gonna do? And I had to make a decision whether I was going to continue or not continue to train for this show that was a big deal. And I made a decision to do so. I remember calling my coach, like, Coach, you all I got. So, you know, you're going to really have to hold my hand, but I'm going to do everything that I need to do. And I took myself out of the environment that would distract me at the time. I went to Powerhouse Gym Novi, and that's where I was. I literally trained, ate, slept, played Words with Friends, and repeat. Train and repeat. It was over and over again. It was the same thing. And literally, I would get up, I would go work out. They would open up at 5 a.m. I would go work out, do my fasted cardio, which was 45 minutes to an hour, depending. And then after that, then I would eat my first meal, because that was fasted cardio. So then I would eat. Then after that, then I would sit in the car and I would wait to let my food digest. And while that was happening, the sun would come up, and that was an opportunity that I would use to talk to God. And I remember it was like clockwork, because I knew that once the sun came up, it was going to be 7 o'clock. I knew what time it was. I would talk to him, have conversation, and then I would go in, get my full workout in, plus cardio, and be arriving home at 12 after eating my post-workout meal, and go to sleep, wake up, Words with Friends, eat, sleep, Words with Friends, watch Law and Order, and repeat, and wake up and do the same thing. And that was my routine every single day. I worked out 7 days out of the week. It was it was something. However, I made it. I made it to the show. I looked amazing. I put in the work. Honestly, I should have won. I should have got my pro card. However, I did not. I got second place. I got third place. I'm sorry. And if I would have got second, and I feel like I could have got second, y'all, But I think that's why I'm here today, to say I got unfinished business. However, the reason why this video was so monumental for me in this season of my life, because I've been questioning, should I really be doing this? I've questioned, can I do it? I've questioned, am I crazy? Am I too old? Am I too far gone? I've had all of those conversations, y'all. And being in that gym, literally, I didn't plan it. I was supposed to go to Crunch Fitness that Saturday morning, and found out that they didn't open until, late. And the only thing that was open 24 hours happened to be Powerhouse Novi. And again, once I got there, I said, God, you funny. And I walked in there and looked the same outside of there being more equipment, but it was just a reminder, you've done it before, you can do it again. And for me, what that means, I know that we always hear this, don't look back, don't look back. Don't worry about your past, keep your head forward, look at where you're going. And I'll say that to say, I agree. However, when you're looking forward and you're looking in the mirror, I want you to really think about, and this is what I did, what I was reminded of, because I was moving forward. I didn't go backwards. But in that, I looked in the mirror, I looked around, and I said, wow, do you remember what you overcame? Do you remember what you endured? Do you remember what you were going through? And the person you've become because you endured that, you overcame that, you made it happen. You are actual national bodybuilder, because you didn't quit. You can actually say you did it. You stepped on the stage. You can literally say 8 years ago, I did this. You can say, I've done this before, I can do it again. And now it's those little things that are called failures or failing. And I'll say, those are life lessons. We're supposed to lose every once in a while. We're supposed to fail every once in a while. Not for us to say that we're failures, and not to even say that we're losers. It's for us to take that and say, how can we do better? How can we win next time? What do we need to do better? What do we need to do more of? How can we now succeed, knowing what we did or what we did wrong to cause us to fail or cause us to lose? So now I'm looking, I was there. I was like, okay, I remember, first of all, what I did to endure what I was going through. So I was like, oh, I could do that again. I remember, the praying that I did. I remember, I literally got everything in place. I made a plan, a structured plan of when, how, all of that. Like, I had a plan of how I was going to make things happen, to get everything done that I needed to get done, to make sure that I put myself in the best position to be ready. So I started checking these boxes like, oh, I did that. And then I even looked at, dang, what didn't I do? That now when I look back and say, man, if I could do that again, here it is. If I get a second chance, if I'm able to do it again, this is what I would do next time. How often do we say that? Man, if we knew what we knew now, if I only knew what I knew then, what I know now, what I would be able to do, or what I would have done, or what I can do. And sometimes we get those opportunities and it's like, there it is. You have the answers already. The answer key is already given to you. Not only do you know how to do it, but you know what not to do. And now you know all the things you missed out. And now you say, if you knew what you know now, now you know, and you have a now. So go do it. Go make it happen. And for me, it's like, ooh, God was like, you've done this before. And let me say this, let me tell you why this was such a huge thing for me. And this is me being transparent, y'all. So for the last couple videos, y'all have seen, like, I've been talking about my workout partner. I have been feeling really blessed to be able to have had him. And I'm using the word past tense because right before I left to go to Detroit, he basically said he couldn't work out with me no more. It was a shocker. I understand, because he's actually, he's getting focused. He's 4 weeks out from his show. And he felt like it was best for him to really stay focused and not be distracted. And I totally understand and respect it, but it didn't hit me right, y'all. It just, it was like the timing wasn't great for me. I was trying to figure out things, and, to be honest with you, then here's the rabbit holes and the questions of, whys and all that type of stuff. But it was like, okay, like, once I got past all of that, it was like, okay. And then once I got to Detroit, got into the gym and reminded myself, I've been here before, I could do it again. It was like, okay, got it. I did it before and I could do it again. It's not to even say that that's the way I want it, y'all. But it's a reminder that when things happen to us, sometimes, when it comes back around, we got so many tools, we got so much weapons. we so ready for it because we've done it before already. Been there, done that. Be like, come for me again. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, but I'm just saying, like, it's these trials and tribulations and these hills that when they show up again, you like, oh, I remember this. It's not as hard as it was last time, because now you know what you can use to get up there quicker. You know what you can use to dig yourself out of the hole. Like, you know what you need to do to be able to endure what it's going to take for you to get over, through, and around all of that. So, I'm excited, y'all. Welcome to another edition of Journey to the Stage. Officially, I believe now, I think we have officially picked a date, August 2nd. It looks like that's going to be the official date. And I think we 17 weeks out, something like that. Something, as we get closer, it really matters. But right now, still putting on weight, still Coach Stick. Just call me that if you don't know by now. But I'm excited because I already know, I got unfinished business, and the thing about it is, it's gonna be better the next time around. So I'm excited, y'all. So y'all ride this ride with me. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be amazing. So I love y'all. I see y'all next week. The request has been to see what I've been eating, like what I eat on a daily basis. So next week, catch me as I share all of my meals with y'all, and y'all can see what 300 or 3,000 plus calories looks like on a daily basis. So I love y'all. Peace.